Only one change in the DC forward pack, and it's a forced change due to last week's red card to Fatanana Schultz. He's been ruled out for 5 weeks, so West Point grad Colin Gross gets promoted from an appearance off the bench last week, and he will start at number 6. 3 changes in the back line for DC. Connor Buckley starts at scrum half. He's joined by Tala Taena in the midfield and Rizzo at right wing, which slides last week's MLR Player of the Week, Axel Mueller, to the left wing. Head coach Simon Cross has mentioned a few times in our pregame chats that there's a fierce battle for the 9 jersey this season. We saw Buckley starting, but for the first time, Coach Cross suits up the DC stalwart Danny Tusitala. And DC fans will be happy to see that.
Legion Mike 2-1 this year. First match of the year for them against the Eastern Conference team as we check their starting lineup. Brought to us by Trust Restaurant Group.
Some injuries in the San Diego pack bring 3 changes to the engine room. The young USA Eagle Nate Sylvia is in at prop. Charlie Hewitt starts at lock to offer a good jumping line-out option. And the powerful USA Eagle Tavita Tamalau will push from the back at number 8. 2 changes in the backs is 41-year-old Ma'ananu went 3 weeks in a row, so he takes a rest in week 4. Tion Lewitt starts in his place at 12. Outside Lincoln McClutchy, who was on the MLR first 15 last week, and the evasive Mikey Teo is in at right wing. After a big cross-country travel day yesterday, head coach Danny Lee will need fresh legs at the ready for his Legionnaires. He has the likes of USA Eagles P. Folletti and Boyer ready to join the ranks in hopes of carrying their side to victory in our nation's capital.
Weather conditions about 50 degrees, as Mike talked about. Top of the broadcast, a lot of rain and wind over the last day or so. Rain holding off for now. Kickoff in Old Glory, DC. Head-to-head with San Diego, getting toward the 5. Looks organized here for Roach. Set prop, good pass to the number 8 to Milau. Advantage for San Diego. Pass inside. Things look good for the Legion. They'll dot it down. Lewitz, the inside center. Plenty of speed, plenty of power.
Landed about 9 p.m. by the time we got to the hotel. They marched themselves upfield thanks to a couple of handling errors from Old Glory DC off those kicks. And that one there, nothing fancy about that, just very direct running. Again, maybe an opportunity for them to run 12 and 13 hard at the line and have an option at least to go wide if they want to.
Scrum collapses.
Nothing's happening. Scrums, penalties just left, right, and center here at scrum time.
Wind is whipping today. It's been active. Flags are up. Barely over the crossbar. Just enough.
Really worked for this one. We've seen this a few times. Vaca didn't score this week, but gets real close to that goal line. Love the shift, love the confidence, love the creativity. They're just going back to it. It's been working for them. So here we go now. The ball's a little bit slow. Buckley sees some options to his outside. San Diego very tight on defense, and then Robertson just slings that one over the top. DC, you have to walk into halftime with a lead. You got the wind at your back for that first half. The aerial game where the ball is just flying around in the air, playing tricks on the receiver.
Those were our first half sportable stats, and here we go. Half number 2 from Germantown. Glory DC trying for the first possession. Goes upfield. Brockie, some room. A big burst of speed toward the try line. The last second, he might have lost the handle. Going for a 7-pointer. OGDC trying for a big defensive stand right on the doorstep. Lofted, cross pitch, and it's in. It's 6. It's the 6 in Billy Helou, the blindside flanker.
And it starts here, as you hear Amanda Cox chiming in saying she's happy with it. And that's a big one there. Charlie Hewitt, you mentioned, he is a tower of a human. Knocks down Connor Buckley's kick, which turns into this little break from Brockie, who's so close to that try line. I mean, just about a meter away at that point. And then that time, Old Glory DC doing everything they can to try to give themselves a fighting chance, slow that ball down. San Diego had the advantage, and then how about that pass from Tupai to the outside to Helou? I mean, that is just a huge pass. Skips over about 4 or 5 DC defenders. Hoyland's on the outside.
Yellow card, 10-minute, 15 on 14. Chance here for Roach. With a high pass in the line-out, taken by Ross. Now the set piece, Roach behind it. We'll see if he gets the ball. There's Roach. Handles now, driving toward the try line. Here's Roach. In. Arm is up, dots it down. And it's 5 for San Diego. Hugh Roach, the hooker.
Both teams all game long, and to no discredit to the hooker, it's just a tough day to throw. But that one, on the money that time from Roach, then finds his way to the back. Good patience. They have that extra player in the back. There's Lewitz trying to add some weight in. Not sure that he's totally necessary, but throws a shoulder in there anyway. But they are just going forward. And there's Hewitt leading from the front. He's got his back turned a little bit, but man, that's P. Folletti in there.
A point on the line here. Final moments of the match. Who grabs it? Hewitt. Driving toward the try line. They're across. It's not a down. And they get the try. They get the bonus point. The much-needed bonus point.
I'll tell you what, I'll be the first to admit, I would have never picked San Diego to score the last try of the game. We talked about with Coach Danny Lee how tough that cross-country travel day was yesterday. They were up all day on the plane, on the bus, arriving late to the hotel. But I'll tell you what, they dot that one down into injury time in the second half. Take a bow, San Diego. That is a huge win.
Great angle from our crew right behind McClutchy, trying to add on 2 more here. See if that hooks back in. Flags are up, he's got it. So +2 to make it 27-11, and what a match here for San Diego.